Okay. Sorry. The stream will actually be starting soon. Hope everyone's having a nice end of the year here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Alright. We are gonna start off by playing some Slaytheprincess. We're kind of gonna make this every Thursday kind of thing. Here we go. Going. Why are you not showing up here for me? Did I have something not set? Oh, I gotta switch it over. There we go. Hey, we're back. Okay. So, my goal with this game is to um, essentially play through it that I get 100% of it. Where is the darn achievements list? Game overlay. We only played about 3.8 hours. Okay. I also love the music for this game so very much. It's a very good game. Very, very well made. Alright. Let me see, where do I have my achievements at? Player. Phew! Ooh, excuse me. Goodness. I've only gotten 21 out of them. Okay. Apparently one of the achievements that I got is a really, really rare one. Free a creature under extreme duress. No, that's a pharaoh vessel. 15% when I got that. Hour song. That... God. This game just has so much greatness to it. I swear. Also, I need to fix something with one of my widgets here, so... I'm sorry. Hold on. I appreciate y'all being very patient with me. Let's see. Overlays. Edit. Let's see, where's the settings? Here we go. Make it 65. 60. 55? Okay. So that has nothing to do with it. We're gonna have to go into the session data here. Open the editor. I manually have to go in and modify this with CSS. Size, okay. Little data. There we go. Let's see. I probably should be doing this goodness. When I'm off stream, but I really don't care. Font weight, font color. something up with the positioning. Oh, here we go. There's the positioning. Okay, okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, for some weird reason, yeah, I'll figure it out later, but the zero's being cut off. And I think it's just the font style, maybe. Oh well. Okay. See, the ones that I want to explore more are the damsel storylines and the feral, like the beast storylines. Because those just sound fascinating to me. So we'll move on here. Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Also, can we take a minute? There's only like 2 voice actors that are in this entire game. And both of them carry this game. Like, are they having back problems from all the carrying they're having to do? Because the fella here who does the narrator and all the other voices, like, this fella is really, like, he's got some range on him because he's doing different characters even though he's doing the same character. And so is this Natalie Goodnight, like, gal that's doing the voice of the princess. She's doing like 1,000 different versions of the princess, and her range is fantastic. So really, if you haven't played this game, you really should. This game is absolutely fantabulous.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, whatever you say, buddy. Look, man, I'm just gonna... We've already been through this song and dance.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Wait. Hold on a sec. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, so I already did the stranger. Okay. Interesting.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
It's so weird, though, how such a small amount of, like, such a minor deviation from actions can just, in this game, get you down a route of just a real rabbit hole.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Well, this pedantic nonsense here is kinda...
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just, you know,
Oh,
checking
it's
in
been
on
so
you.
long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, yeah, you got me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten Madrid.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm
That's a good
probably
point.
chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Dude, this is not even close to anything we even
She's unarmed.
did last time.
If you hesitate now,
How
it'll
does
be
this
too late.
game just
End this.
switch things up so much just by... Wow. How scary. I'm not dropping the blade.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
That's so different.
It feels like you've
Damn.
been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt!
Damn, she's got a mean right hook.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first, bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
I've got an idea. Let's leave.
You and
Finish
the
the
princess
job.
stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
One of us is getting assy, and it ain't gonna be me.
Excuse me?
Forget I said anything.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Bruh.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
She got some
The two
mean
of you
right
flash
hands.
for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
Not my exact idea of what fun is, but you know what? You do you, boo-boo.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Honey, I've already been through this same song and dance. I know it ain't.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. The adversary. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have this. I don't have this achievement. How does it change so many times?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
See to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Do tell.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Man, I can't even believe a word that you're saying.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Everclear.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Interesting. Let's just save this really quick. There we go. Up there we go. You take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
let's not go into about the mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Heard that many times.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Threatmanic.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Boy, mate. Boy, seems like my kind of princess, eh?
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember,
whatever you say.
You're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
You got it.
As you descend the
Oh.
final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
My kind of princess, indeed.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
You know what? No. Slay the princess. We're going in.
With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
Alright, mate. Anybody okay? Paint right here. We have a good old night.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
You know what? We'll keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and
Weirdly
masochistic
sexual here.
glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You get it, don't you?
No, I don't. Lady, I don't get anything in this game here. Other than the fact that this is a very, very decent love story, although this current scene seems to suggest otherwise. You know, we're just gonna be straight up asshole.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
Crackling like wet wood from the impact.
As she strikes you again, you hear the whine of straining metal, and then a snap. It would appear that she's loose.
Well,
We're
damn.
fine! But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
Ouch.
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say
No,
you
you
were
ain't.
fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it.
Yeah, man. Come on.
It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
Hey, thanks.
She tosses it at your feet.
Another one.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're
Damn.
dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
it's not. We're just getting started.
Oi, we're gonna have a tully tuss right
But it
here.
is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
As stubborn as I am, you know what? No, we'll listen to, yeah.
Wait, no, that can't be right.
You can't do that. That's against the narrator.
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ah, I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
I just like taking in the scenery here.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
That's a good point.
She's dead. She has to be... No!
Oh,
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
bro, you need to chill.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely
That's
wincing,
such brutal
and
imagery.
hurls it at your feet.
Another
You know
one.
what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
Now, don't be a negative Nancy here. Come on now.
All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I had it wrong.
Well, I guess I was wrong. Aren't you the narrator? Aren't you supposed to tell us every hyperimposed event that happens?
You guess you had it wrong. Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Well, back at
With
it
an
again.
unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
Oh, come on, man.
And then we get up.
Yes.
And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
Hey, man. The game means the game slay the princess. That's...
You and the princess
Oh, God.
exchange dozens of
Oh,
devastating
Jesus.
blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a
God.
chance to act. But
Oh,
more often than not,
Jesus
each of you
Christ
fells the
almighty.
other in the same moment.
Lord have mercy.
And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Hey, tiny hero. And again. Backing up. Backing up.
We're all
Backing
still
up.
here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it?
Another one.
isn't it?
This was just, I was just trying to go through the motions like normally here, and this is not at all. I was expecting to accidentally like do what I've done before. This was not what I was expecting.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
I love the voice of the stubborn because it's just a Cockney accent.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
I feel so... tired.
Me too, princess. Like, me too. Totally felt, honestly. We've remained silent this whole entire time. That's what we're gonna do. Oh. You do not respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
That's a good question. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go about looking to find her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
That's just a reflection in the mirror. Oh.
It's like it's mocking us.
Yeah. Narrator's
is.
gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Homeboy, you're bringing down the energy in the room. Come on, man. I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Don't tell me what to do. There was never an ignore him option before, I don't think. But they're gone, and the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. I love just analyzing what's in these reflections. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. I beg to differ.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I don't know, man. She was throwing hands a lot. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Ooh, I really like that. We are oceans reduced to shallow creeks. That's... I don't know why that one of all of the games. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess? Actually, I never attacked the entity before. Nothing happened.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Well, were you always the princess? Or are you making yourself her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
It's pretty metal. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I think I've already did this one before. I remember that one. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Why did that hurt? A fierce vessel, bring the adversary to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I wonder if I keep going down like this adversarial route, Okay. I'm just looking at my achievements here to see what I got here. It's crazy to think of how many, like, achievements there are in this game. Wow. Give me just a minute here while I kind of look at this here. Okay. Well, sorry, looking at some of the achievements here, and some of them are hidden too, so it's kind of like, ooh, oh boy. Into the basement with the knife. Honestly, it seems endless.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hell. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer more. Viva la
That's the
Revolution.
spirit.
Yeah, Viva la Revolution.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Honestly, just reading through the achievements is just a pleasure. And the fact that most of them are hidden also is like, ooh, like you're not even going to give me any spoilers for this. I like this.
A warning before you go any further.
Go on.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yep. Bro's eating. We must proceed. Ugh.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I just love the verboseness of this game. I love the statements, the sayings, the verbiage.
The door to the basement creaks open,
It's so very
revealing
well
a staircase faintly
written.
illuminated by an unseen
You weren't
light
joking,
in the room
Tiny
below.
Hero. This is a very well written
This is an
game.
oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering
Such a
from the
good game.
ancient wood.
I love
If
this.
the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I'm going to be looking all that up too. 100%. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Sure.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Don't tell me what to do.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. What? Oh, okay, what would you make? Well, we already did this one. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
This is the
Don't
worst
you
trust
dare.
exercise ever.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
This
Maybe
is
she really is a
terrible
monster.
trust exercise,
Killing
let's
someone
be
in
honest.
cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me?
I'm
Because you
scared.
should be.
I'm scared of a lot of things,
You
lady.
step forward,
Women
your
are one
grip
of
on
them.
the blade tightening as you
Scared
steel
of
your
spiders
resolve.
and women. Spider
I'm
women.
probably
Well,
chained
maybe
up
not
in this
spider
basement
women,
for a
but,
reason,
you know.
right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I think we've already
She's
gotten
unarmed.
way past that
If you
point,
hesitate
lady.
now, it'll be too late. End this.
Why isn't that highlighting up? Come on. Why is it saying skipping? What is going on here? Oh. I was clicked off the screen, that's why. Whoopsie. What do I want to do here? What can I do here? I think we're just gonna kill her again. Screw it. Whoa, 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 what the heck? Whoa. Why can't I finish the job? Why is that blacked out? Game glitched a little bit here. Oh, I think it's because I did this one specifically last time. Okay. Flee and lock her in the basement. You know,
Are you
screw it, I'm
serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious, bro.
It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs, the princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
Yes.
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless.
Fucking run, dude.
She's free. Hurry.
Bitch, you need to run.
You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you.
Oh no.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with a heavy wooden table that
Why is
once
this
held
so
the
funny
blade.
to me? Let me just take this table right here. Fuck you.
Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
Bitch, I'm scared.
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
I don't like this.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Bro, I'm actually kind of...
Terrifying.
I'm actually kind
Like
of
she's less
terrified.
of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Jesus born, it's Jason Christ. I'm going to fuck to sleep.
Just
I'm tired.
ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
Sounds like a
You
great
put
idea.
the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Oh, this is fucking
Where is she?
terrifying.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Oh god, no, I don't like this.
You try
I don't
and
like this.
stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
This is some grudge level shit here, bro.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
No.
She steps
Stop.
closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Please stop.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what's happening right
You
now,
have
bro.
seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
I'm about to shit my pants. This is
It
scary
can't
as
be.
Fuck.
This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry. But it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
That actually was probably the most terrifying thing. Oh God, it's called the nightmare. Oh no.
You're on a path in the
That
woods,
actually terrified the shit out
and
of
at
me.
the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Thank you for the reminder. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything
We
in
have
her
not
power
done
to stop
either
you
of
from
these
slaying
two.
her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Bro, I'm actually terrified right now.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
I think we just did the nightmare mode here.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Pick that shit the fuck up.
Hold on. What happened to the door?
It's just an empty frame.
She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Oi, oi, oi.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten
God.
out.
Oh
If
my
you
lord,
keep getting
Jesus
stuck in your
Christ.
head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job
Pen
done.
fell off my table.
So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you
I'm getting
can do
scared
it.
by the shit that's falling off my table. Dude, when they start dipping into the grudge shit, that actually terrifies the hell out of me. That pen fell off my table, my computer table. And I scared myself really bad. It fell off the table and it went king, and I was like, ah! God, wow. I should play horror games more often on the street. I don't like that. Just noticed that. Hey fellas, what's going on? Big guy, is this your is it big guy from Splatoon? Is this your brothers, sisters, non-gender specific siblings of dubious? I'm just gonna take the knife.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor.
Honestly, my
It would be
task is
difficult to slay the princess and save the
do
world
everything
without
by
a weapon.
picking up the knife and stabbing.
Good. Steel
That's what I'm going with
can't
this
lie to
playthrough.
us.
And every single time I've picked up the knife to use the knife, I'm getting different shit every time.
Is
And
it
I love
gonna be
this.
enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Bro spit facts. Can we have some dynamite?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as
Can we
you
have a
don't lose
grenade?
faith in yourself.
A couple?
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Oh boy. Okay. Slowly enter the basement.
You cross
I
over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
God, those are eyeballs.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static.
Oh man.
As if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Actually, in this scene here,
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
yeah, can I have an AR-15 or something? Why am I surprised at this point? You know what? I'm gonna commit myself to the void.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know. I thought it was a good idea. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
That's because Jesus loves me.
You make your way to the bottom of the
Don't
stairs.
sigh at me. Keep your petulance to yourself.
As you emerge,
Oh, no.
you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks, suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I don't want to know what she
Are you
looks
really
like.
not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing
this
whatever the
game.
hell we're looking at like it's an
God, I
ordinary
love this game.
basement.
This game is so good.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Oh, easy
I
for you
wouldn't
to
give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Don't do that. You stop that. You know what?
You
I'll do
decide
nothing.
it's best to do nothing.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs
Okay, that's less
suddenly go
terrifying.
numb.
Okay.
Your arms quickly follow.
Okay, it's just a doll
This is
face.
it, isn't
That's okay.
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
Don't like it. I don't like it.
What did you do? Pull yourself together.
I take it
She
back.
isn't supposed to be like this.
Spoke too soon.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs,
Stop.
liver,
Stop.
nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
Okay, this is intense.
What are you doing?
Bullshit. Okay.
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Yeah, can you do that again, man?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt
I'm
me some
scared.
more?
I'm really
You have
scared.
seconds left. Yes, I'm sure.
I'm really scared, bro.
Lungs, liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Liver,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
heart, lungs,
Oh well.
I like this
Standing there
design,
gasping
but
like
Jesus
a
Christ,
fish
that's
is more fun
shifting.
than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
nerves. She isn't attacking us. Lungs. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Nerves. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Lungs. Liver.
just finish me? Why won't you just finish me off, bitch?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
Oh, fuck you.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
Sound effects.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Doing a really good job of it.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like
Why am I
static.
playing this at 12 o'clock
Then-
fucking night?
Make her stop.
This game's
Snap
fucking
out
with
of it.
me so badly right now, holy shit.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs,
Yeah.
liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
One moment,
liver,
and then you're
nerves,
gone.
heart, lungs,
Just
liver,
like
nerves, heart,
that.
lungs, liver,
Ah,
nerves, heart,
and there's the fear.
nerves. She pulls away.
Okay.
Liver, nerves,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
nerves,
I've already done that.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then,
Oh,
well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think
really
I can
love
live
this
without
design.
you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
if you need me alive, why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you just try to be nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Nerves, heart.
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You seem miserable.
Nerves,
Lady, you don't even know the half of it.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Okay.
Heart, lungs,
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it.
Oh my god.
I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
People will die if you do that to them. What you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again.
Yeah.
All I want is to be there for it.
Okay.
I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
Okay.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
You do whatever you want, lady.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways? What happens?
Liver,
No, definitely not.
God, that
If you're
noise.
what I need to leave
Sweet
this
Jesus.
place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
nerves,
Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
I don't like that at all.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Being around you is agony. No shit. Understatement of the year.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a savior, so you should just look on the bright side.
What's the bright side?
I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
It's like being the nicest guy in prison, lady.
lungs, liver.
I think I'll just die.
And then we'll wind up right back where we started. Round and round we'll go. I wonder what will be different next time. Maybe you'll actually be able to move a limb. Who knows?
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
But I'm always going to win.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I believe you. Are you sure about that? Give it a try. I'm bound to win eventually, and maybe you don't get to come back like I do.
Is that a bet you're willing to take? Imagine climbing a mountain of lifetimes. And when you finally reach the summit, when you finally win, the only view you find is me.
I'm not.
And then I push you, and you go tumbling all the way down those millions upon millions of battered and broken pieces of you that couldn't make the cut. What then? Would you have it in you to climb again?
God, why is this
It
scaring
sounds
me
like a
every
lot of
time?
effort
Every
for
single time,
nothing.
dude.
When instead we can just leave this place together, hand in hand.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs.
Just a moment.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, 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 nerves.
You're a lunatic, you know that?
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I am what I am, and right now, I'm in control. So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death.
If we want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation, please?
Like I said, I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Like my ex.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Organ shutdown. You know, honestly, yeah, with Monica, that was organ shutdown levels of bad.
Liver, nerves, heart,
Oy, oy, oy.
nerves, heart.
Whew, I gotta take a break for 5 seconds here. This is too intense. Nope. Nope. How about I just kill you instead?
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably. And you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we?
Maybe. Oh, yeah,
Put that little theory to the test. See how
Okay.
it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens.
I don't like what's happening
Because
right
even
now.
if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Mom, I don't like this. What if I refuse to let you out? What
Then we're
happens
stuck
then?
down here together. Until you change your mind.
Oh, man.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
Stop.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Only until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let
Dude, my
me
heart
out.
is beating so
And a lot can
stupidly
happen
fast right
before
now.
then. I'm sure I can get creative.
I'm way too easily spooked. Holy shit. We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends. Settle.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Please settle.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
You know what?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Fuck you. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you, and I'm not gonna try to kill you. So you know what? Do your worst.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Wait, why am I choosing that?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I know I'm making a bad decision here.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
none of these are good options, but look, man, I gotta be a big brave dog and do the scariest dog. I gotta do the spookiest one. Okay. 2, 1.
Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and
Okay,
finish
yep.
your mission.
Yep.
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
Oh, deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not?
Oh God.
I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. Stop! You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No.
Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
Your existence.
A lonely
hurts them.
soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again.
Oh my
Let
God.
me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Oh my God.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep
Bruh,
going.
this is so spooky that even the narrator's gotta tap out.
What are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you.
I think you did, lady.
I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. A monolith of fear. See what hides behind it. Jesus Christ, what is going on? The moment of clarity. What is going on?
We're on a path in the... Shit! What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing? There was a princess.
Chapter 3? Wasn't it chapter 3 before?
Fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Oh,
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I...
that's insane.
You've already been here, haven't you?
Yep.
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we've never left. We have to let her out.
Oh no.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we? Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything. No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think. We're supposed to be
It's crazy.
unfeeling.
This sometimes
How many
chapter
times
3.
do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
Oy, oy, oy.
We love her, so we have to set her free. Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
Well,
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than
dude,
any
we're getting the other voices in
love.
here too.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Wow.
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here?
Listen, man. I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right. Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Getting back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here?
Many times.
It feels like we've been here forever, but it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says, and then everything will be fine. It won't. It will be for us. She said so. You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
Jesus born, it's Jason Christ. Alright. But that doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this. And some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean if you really think about it?
Good point.
Shut up. You were here. Every single time.
Okay.
You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order.
Pecking order.
And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged. You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then I couldn't have been me that did it, right?
Don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Boy.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories? Or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Ugh, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere. Yes, this is far from the first time you've asked us about consciousness. Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares? They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. And then she smashes us into smaller pieces. If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago. Your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
What if we don't go back to the cabin?
We've tried that.
It's true.
It doesn't work. Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
With going in cycles, can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized. And yet, you aren't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
Why is there a third chapter? There's always been 2 chapters. Oh god, that sound right there. Yeah, we're on chapter 3. Something tells me something is really wrong here, and I just picked Nightmare Mode. Nightmare Mode, Coney 2012 edition. With Lime. You know, I kinda did that to myself, too. I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't think I can slay her. Yeah, be real. For real, honestly.
I don't care how you feel.
Shut up.
You have to slay her.
Rude.
You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it. You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
am I gonna be a lazy ass and actually do nothing? Honestly? I'm too scared to move, actually. I guess we're going. Slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness and wait forward.
But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead,
Oh my god.
all you find is an empty hill.
This is
No,
way
no, this isn't right.
What?
There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a
Bruh.
cabin there.
See is the mirror.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
He always lies.
And he always makes it gone.
Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth. Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are.
Okay.
Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
I don't have to do nothing.
Or you could just give up.
Hey.
You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
Air quotations.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side, and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
I don't like this.
Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
Oh, don't be pedantic like this.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them. And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a
The
hint
hill
of its
is the
shining
princess,
edge
isn't it?
teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Well,
Take it. It's the only way forward.
every solution's been the knife so far.
Why can't... Take the blade. The only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade. So I'll pick the first one.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth.
Oh, crap.
You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep.
It's gonna start blinking back
Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread. It's her. She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
Yeah, you're right.
With every word she
Stop.
speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
When I said that way back when.
alright, okay.
You
yeah,
know that.
Nope, nope.
Right.
Closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
Sit back down, sit back down.
Closer.
Okay, alright.
Watching over me forever. That was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
Probably not.
All that's left is for you to take me away and let me out. It'll be so much fun, you and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me, but you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want, gilded and everything.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
Just an object. A tool. You were once something else a long time ago. But that's something you or is. But was that something you... God, I'm so scared right now. But was that something you, or is it just a dull jaded memory? Can I not click on these? I can't. Oh my God, there is no other ending here. Wow. I'm okay, listen, guys, I'm legit like shaking right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, nope. We're just gonna do it. Just take her hand and set her free.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
I hate you too, buddy.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
Please let me go home.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
Princess exhausted slumps.
Why is it so cold?
Oh, okay.
She's gone. Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back. What does that mean for us?
I have a
I'm
nice
sure it'll be
big old
whisked
thing
away
of water right
just
here.
like her.
Good
Maybe it
suggestion.
won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they?
Nice big old
Doesn't
swig of
seem
water
like
right
there's
now.
much else to do here.
Ooh, all right.
Finally.
Listen,
we
people,
can
I'm a huge
smash
fucking
it.
scaredy cat. I'm a future
Stop with
fucking
the
coward.
smashing.
Okay.
What do we say, boys? One last vain
Easily
attempt to look at ourselves.
I think I'd like that.
Seems we've
All
got
right.
majority. All that's left is
And
to
I
give
kept
them
picking the worst possible option, too. I did it to myself. Honestly,
Look, I may be a coward, but look, if there's the scariest option in a game, I'm gonna pick it. I didn't? I thought I did see her face. I must have picked not picked the one that shows her face.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready.
Boy.
It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free.
Hey, what's up,
of all
X-Geist?
of it.
Welcome to the
I'm
stream. You
ready
just missed an
for
hour
the
and a half
truth.
of me being terrified and almost
ready to
shitting
sleep.
my pants.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here. Boys, it's been an honor.
Okay, whatever you say. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always takes them when they leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet again. Proceed to the cabin. That's so terrifying. Holy crap. That was
Flickering
unsettling.
lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Lady, I have so many questions right now. What the fuck happened here? Can you please explain what type of fucking... I've already answered these questions too. Yeah, I've already answered all these. You have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is filled with sadness. A doll, abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
I am ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Oh, I forgot the loud shattering noise. Ooh, boy. Golly gee willikers, Batman. A shattered vessel. Bring the moment of clarity to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oi, 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 oi. Alright. Alright. End of the world and blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Thanks, bro.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Are you being paid for this? You're being paid?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop
She
you
ain't
from
Eddie
slaying her.
Guerrero. She doesn't lie, cheat,
Don't believe
steal.
a word
Okay.
she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Wait,
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
beg to differ. But, you know.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're entering the basement. We
The
will
door
leave
to
the
the
night this
basement
time.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a
The
dangerous game by
manipulations.
coming here unarmed.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses,
What's your name?
carefully formulating her words
Toby.
before she responds.
Fuck you, Toby.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Ugh, the princess.
Is princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
And princess is a real name, though. So your princess is your name.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Alright.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know everything about you. For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what...
Ugh, whoops. Sorry, I accidentally clicked the button. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
That's a very important question, miss.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
I think
That's
I've done this
hardly
dialogue
relevant.
chain before.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up. And it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
So, what? You're going to try and kill me? You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead, run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure
wanna
about
go
this
back down
decision,
there.
I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
No, we don't.
You slowly creep down the
going back
basement
down?
stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall.
Oh.
And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
We got off to
you
the wrong foot.
coward.
I did. Yes, I am.
No, I don't think we can.
Oh.
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
What do you have to show me?
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place.
I've made it.
Maybe
Very
they'll open
foolish
if you
mistake.
finish the job.
Very foolish mistake. You know what? No. I'll wait.
Do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
Oh no, homeboy,
You do
you don't
your
know.
best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
No. Fuck. Oh. Fuck you.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you can't outwait someone who's been waiting for as long as she remembers. You barely even realize that you've started to drift off.
This is bad.
Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Oh boy.
There's nothing to be done. You're already half gone.
Damn.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
I need some water.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Not surprisingly. Yeah, my organs, bro.
You're
I think
on
we
a
did
path
this one already, too.
in the woods.
The beast?
And
Yeah,
at
I
the
think
end
we
of
did
that
the beast.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Not my organs.
A warning before you go any further.
We gotta go take on Mr.
She will
Beast.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Trust no one. Not even
That's a very
Squidward's house.
roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Oy, oy, oy. Proceeding to lay cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's just
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet,
Carve my name
as if you're
into this,
descending into a
yeah.
jungle. If the princess lives here,
And-
slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
There, put a little bit of heart right
She
here.
growls up the stairs.
Put a little arrow through that.
I
Oh, God.
can smell you.
Sorry, I
She
didn't
sounds
shower.
almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully
Whoa there,
make your way
eager
down the
McBeaver.
stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth
Okay, we're
floor
not
of
gonna
a
get
starlit
bored this
pit.
time. That's the
The
thing.
walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the
Me
room
neither.
might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Bruh, she's right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Do your chain.
Remember,
Does it
she's just a
follow you?
princess.
Can
She
you
is
tie
certainly
any
not
boat? Can you
just a
give it to
princess.
hoe?
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves,
forgot how
staring
terrifying this
hungrily
one
at you
was.
from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Boom.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you
That's
can
true.
blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
Run, bitch. Run for the
She's
stairs.
right there. We have to wait for an opening.
No, fuck you.
That's fair. She'll kill us if we try and run past her.
What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole.
No, no, she
And
wants to bore
I
me.
will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
I don't want to be bored
Don't
again.
ask her what she wants, just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
Overthinking is what
clearly
an
not.
Olympic sport for me. Why do you want to kill me?
Why does anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even worse.
She wants to bore you.
What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Survive. Objective. Survive.
Patch of jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
True that. I don't think I can keep this up.
You have to. We at least have to make an opening.
Okay, fine. Why do you want to eat me?
I don't question who I am or what I want. I simply do. To act is always better than to react. To do is always better than to watch.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you do well to listen to her. Less standing around asking questions, more doing exactly as I say.
Fuck you.
A tickling sensation rises at the base of your neck. Flee. We can't keep doing this.
Stay alive.
You're a little slow. Or maybe she's a little faster. You avoid her slavering jaws, but she manages to graze you, her titanic momentum skinning you along your side.
Damn.
It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast?
You're bleeding now.
You instinctively touch your side, testing her claim. It's wet and stings from the gentle touch of your fingertips. A costly mistake. We can't make it again. We will make it again unless something changes. We have to break the pattern. We need more time. She's cutting off our escape.
Our game is nearing its end.
You don't have to kill each other. What if I helped you? What if we left together? If you could get out of here on your own, wouldn't you have just lowered
You
me up?
cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's
Oh, don't
upfront
say
about her
that.
intentions. She's more tense this time. She means this next blow to be the last. The mere thought of moving again makes your bloodied side ache. We're exhausted. We're bleeding. We're still alive. We owe it to ourselves to move.
You know what? Again. Another one.
Once again, you narrowly avoid the full force of the impact, and once again you are too slow to come away unscathed. You're starting to get tired. You're making mistakes. This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer. We have to. We keep up or we die.
You're getting slow.
Oh.
She seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you.
Oof. Too tired to think, but we have to think.
We have to move. It's too late. Before you get the chance to react, it's over. She makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room, unhinging her dripping maw, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
I got bored
You do
again.
your best to dive out of the way and
Can't keep this up forever. Dodge the creature until you can dodge no
succeed.
longer.
partially. Yes, the princess fails to swallow you whole. She only swallows your lower body.
It's just as bad. That's worse, even.
It's death either way. At least this will be a faster end. You look down to see that the dirt between you is strewn with your intestines, trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock.
Lieutenant Dan, my legs are gone.
bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
I didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Well, we're not dead, we're...
Oh,
But
no.
you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Welp. The den. Ooh.
You're on a path in the That didn't work. We're going in with a plan this time. We're not getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is. Instinct was keeping us alive. Until it wasn't. So what are we supposed to do? Great, so you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done. So you know more than you're letting on. Yeah, what he said. Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be. And why is that? Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose. There are simply some things I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule. And whose rule is it? Who's telling you to boss us around? We've died twice already, and if you want us to stay alive this time, it's in your best interests to give us an edge. It's my rule, and this conversation is over.
Okay, what's the plan?
She spent as much time as she could in the shadows, so we're gonna draw her out. But she's fast, and she's clever. We're clever too, so this time we're not gonna let her cut off our escape. We're gonna lead her to the stairs ourselves. It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is.
Sexton Hale.
But you already know what she is. She's a princess.
Ah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see, and one that had big, sharp teeth, too. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing our job? Sharp teeth.
Yeah.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. Alright, we've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself.
Show me
What
that
if she
beast
doesn't
to see.
want to be seen? We'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see, no matter how big or toothy she might be. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that
Had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all.
It's the cabin in
The
the
only
woods.
furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Right, eh?
If there's a way forward, that mirror is blocking it off. What are you talking about? There is no mirror. There's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement.
Oh, don't start.
He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us. Then either way, we need to investigate. Might as well get started. Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Odds are we'll need it. Thanks for not putting us in a bad spot. You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves. You reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Nobody fart.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe. You step into the shadows.
We're reading
and are
the shadows
enveloped in
like
total
legends.
darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. We're screwed. I know, this wasn't part of the plan. We were supposed to come down here prepared. Oh, what's the use? Out the shape of teeth and eyes as the princess emerges, enormous maw gaping, ready to swallow you whole. And
Eyes glance at you from the untextured threads of the world unrevered. Am I free? They asked. Nope.
Thank you for being a friend. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
I mean,
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
thank you for being a friend. Driving down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, if I everything you need, you'd see me. The context would say thank you for being a friend. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The bear always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Decay. Withered. Find yourself in the long quiet again. Proceed. Really gotta hand it to
I am a
you.
growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be contradictions. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can
I like how
bind
they're
my
holding your tail.
multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is consumed by instinct. A predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a bold heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself. But she is only a voice.
I'm not into vor,
Do
dude.
not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
We've already answered all these. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
A wordless vessel. Bring the den to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Whew. Okay. Let's see. This is the most intense out of like all of the games so far. So we got the Monolith of Fear, a scattered vessel. Okay.
Okay, well, off we go then.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nope, we're just going down, baby.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Knocking on wood.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes
guys,
with the
this
princess.
is
There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
This is technically the
binding
best
her
love
to the
story I've
far wall of
ever
the
read.
basement.
It's a good love story.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Babe, I can get you out of 2 chains. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut up.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
You're making a huge mistake.
No one asked
No.
you.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going upstairs. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe there's a key lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thanks, baby.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, come on.
Is someone else here?
Don't know why, but that's just...
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Yeah, that's the part that's it's one of the most terrifying parts. It's like, who else did that?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Mind your own damn business.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah,
There's a
baby.
slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her
Jesus.
teeth tearing
Yeah,
through
we've
her
been through
limb
this
with the determination of a
chain
trapped
before.
wolf.
Oy.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Bruh.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well, no. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
God, that's still difficult to watch.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No,
Approach the
we won't have
door.
any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Says who?
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest,
Ow.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Ow.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
It always
The two
is.
of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
You know what?
I'm sorry. I'm
Go on.
sorry. I'm
Fine.
sorry.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
It's okay, baby.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound.
Ow.
It won't be long before you bleed out.
Don't stabby me.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, baby.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Hey,
Oh,
man.
that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you,
You know
don't,
what?
it will be the end of the world.
I never turned away from the cabin on the second chapter. I did it on the first chapter. What happens if I do it this time?
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Fuck you, I can do whatever I want. Oh. Okay.
A warning before you go any further.
So the game literally
She
said, no,
will
you
lie,
can't make that decision.
She will cheat,
Okay.
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If
I'm
only
sure.
you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me?
Pardon?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Nope. We're just going down the basement.
The door to the basement
Came here to
creaks
clap some
open,
princess
revealing
cheeks.
an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
This game gets so brutal.
The basement
I love it.
almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Is this what it's like
Okay,
to have
I'm with you that
schizophrenia?
we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
I love these clips.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Listen, man. Anytime somebody
Waiting for you
uses
to come
flattery with
back.
me, it becomes a core memory for me.
You've been
Let's
here
be
before,
honest.
haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We can deadly do right.
Damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially
Watch
not
me.
without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Lady.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Rescue the
Rescue her?
princess.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Well,
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, baby.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Nah.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
And Jesus.
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have the whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to
Something
think you
terrible's
do,
going to happen
actually.
here, isn't it?
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it.
I
because
will.
moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Oh, you dick.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
He has a good point.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Yes, I do.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Hey, yo, same, bro. Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her, right? Nobody is leaving this basement.
I think we can open it if we try to open it together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door.
If this is a collab, if you
Together.
believe scenario.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I
It's-
told you our love was insurmountable.
The sound of singing children, just like it's
You and the
Gamera.
princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Can I have a happy ending here, or at least once? I know these are all arbitrary and aesthetic. You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes, I
You're
am.
taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Yes.
I hate you.
Hate you too, bitch.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Come on, baby, let's
Yes,
go.
I suppose you are.
Come
going
on,
to do that, aren't
senpai,
you?
we'll take you home.
Across the room,
and rub
opening
your
the door
feet.
to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Romantic haze, your love
Our
is such a
happy
free.
ending at last.
Oh, yes.
We
Oh,
did
wait.
it. What should we do now?
Oh.
Where did everything go?
The
Where did
world
he go?
ended.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
The last time she turned into a deviant art 12-year-old's DNA. Oh.
Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh. You don't get a chance to make the jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I just realized something.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Do we get a specific ending if we comfort them? Or tell them they're just gonna die? Every time? I just realized this. So next playthrough, I'm going to comfort them every time. Right now we're kind of too late. I've been kind of switching between both. Silence as you reach forward, though gone once again. The mirror always makes them live. Oh. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Indeed. I already answered these the last time. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
I'll be right back, baby. A loving vessel, bring a damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Do tell.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Daddy, just
Don't
tell me
mention
what to do.
It's all part of the job.
I'll see you in heck.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Being a friend.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Down we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
There's just so
Her
much
voice
random things
softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello?
It's hypnotizing.
Is it me you're looking
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk.
Okay.
Talk to me, boo-boo. Ooh. I never heard of this option before.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these
Oh yeah,
chains?
we did this.
She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here.
But you know
But
what?
do you
I think
hear
we're just
the
gonna lock her
conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Yeah, mate.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger? Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she? As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs.
Ah, shit.
You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
And Jesus comes back. Ooh, this is the witch route. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Honestly, perfect response. Okay, no.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
I think the next time I play this game, I'm just gonna turn around on the second time, the first time around. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Okay, no. Yeah, no.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, you can trust us to get the job done.
So we're doing the witch one, huh?
The interior of the
this is the
cabin
witch
is a
one.
mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
That's a bitch move.
That's not actually a bad idea.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here,
Hello,
slaying
my
her
name
would
is
probably
Mud,
be
and
doing
I'm
her
a
a favor.
vegetarian.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Not
But
nasty.
you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
You remember? I remember.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
True.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering.
Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
But that's the best part.
Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Yeah, stop god modding.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Damn, there's a lot of dialogue choices here. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain?
I abstain.
She's going to kill us if
I'm
we
a
give it to
conscientious
her.
objector and I abstain. Do it. This isn't a democracy. This ain't no democracy.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do.
Here. Hey, take this. Do
You
something
toss the
with
blade
knife.
at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist.
Oh. Ow.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
See, that's why I gave you the blade last time. I regret it, so now choose your time. Wait, what? I don't remember this being here last time I was in this situation. You're beautiful. I actually want to save you. This feels like the only way to do it.
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard by whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. Did we? If you were lying, we'd all know. unfortunately you weren't lying.
What?
I would.
What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steels her nerves.
She's got the bean
And then
eyebrows.
she buries the blade in your
Oh.
heart. What? No.
Ouch.
No, come on, that's not right. I told you. I told you this is what she was going to do.
Oh,
Glee
shut up.
dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Aww.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Past life gambit. Hand the power to a suspicious character. The Thorn.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you
Deadass.
not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
This ain't a democracy, boy.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument.
Forest is way different.
Oh, you're far from being on the right side of
What the
anything.
fuck?
You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future. Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her
The smitten
moment of
is back.
vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to?
Where to, Stephanie?
Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love.
To love.
She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. As ridiculous as this guy is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but
It's the love journey.
maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the
Friday
shadows
again,
or bear
Garfy
our
baby.
intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now?
Yes.
Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once.
Twice.
Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Third. This place is different. It keeps changing. I hate it.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know. I've already said too
Someone's in
much.
the
The
know.
more
I
information
love
you
that.
have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her. You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except the thoughts of her.
We're gonna free her.
Please don't. You
Don't tell me
can't
what
stop
to do.
all of us, you villain.
You bitch.
Let's just see how the wind blows. I'm not opposed to saving her, but let's not rule anything out just yet. Let's see what she has to say. Stop sitting on the fence and pick a side already. We don't need you waffling when things get hairy. I've already picked a side. Our side. I'm here to make sure that whatever happens, we wind up on top. Because that's worked out great so far. Well, we're not out of the game yet, are we?
I like how this
And
guy,
again,
I just realized this guy is talking to himself
I wouldn't
this
have
whole
gotten us
entire
killed
time.
last time.
This
I
guy's a
wanted to
great
stab
voice
him in the
actor.
back, not hand over our precious backstabbing implement.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all the answers are in the cabin. Let's just see this through here, okay?
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
Onward we go.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash.
That's beautiful.
But beneath it lies the fresh smell
love
of spring
this
growth
one.
after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she?
That's against the rules.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it...
We're fucked.
Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her.
Yes.
Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We've already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side. You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
Pretty decent.
You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? I lock you away and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want a can of hash browns and some coffee. I just really want to talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Rosie.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
I can
fix her. Did you know
her.
this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Reach for the blade. You're a prisoner of your own making. I broke your cycle up. If you want to turn and leave. Guess I don't have to say anything. Fine, if you're gonna be like that, I'm gonna leave. Have a nice life. That's fucked up. I don't want to do that. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you if you'll let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
Good question. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together. Or is there nothing else I can say to change your mind?
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
This is my
Her
favorite
eyes
iteration.
dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Oh. Oh. Ah. This one just hit me a little bit too close to home. Wow. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All that counts is action. Can I take the blade?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us! Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
That is so cruel. Cutting her
Yes.
free.
What a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's
What a
free
fence
this
runner.
princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right. What he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now.
He's like, yeah, join the team,
One of
brother.
the good guys.
Funny as
Take the
shit.
blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
This is hilarious.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
I hate you too, bitch.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends. Can we
Yeah.
actually do that? No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know
We are
as well
pissing-
as I do
we are pissing the
that we
narrator
can.
off.
And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
It's fun.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. And She reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now?
Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that.
Aww.
Fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion.
Aw, the
Are you
background's
making
fading.
fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us.
It doesn't matter either way because this is good stuff.
I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever.
True
You
love's
open your
kiss.
eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
Oh, shut up.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out.
Oh, you dick.
Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade.
We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
You just gently move them out the way.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
So,
As
There
you
we
swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
a hell of a lot.
Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped,
Turning over a new
the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
She's gone. And there's that.
It's like you're my mirror. Oh, my mirror staring back at me. Oh, this nothing. Bird up. You refocus your gaze and you see it, a figure faint, veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection.
I think you know.
Are
what
you
I am.
my mommy? Oh, we're asking questions again. You know what? No. I don't have to answer any questions. No, screw this. Hey, we got an achievement. You already know what you are. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Huh. A nascent god, huh? You already know what you... Oh yeah. Proceed to the cabin one last time. A thorny vessel. Bring the thorn to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. There's hands everywhere. Oh God.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Oh my, indeed. I've missed you too, baby. He unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
The last time I went to your heart and I let her heart free. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Free your mind. Okay? Fall into yourself. Body of the ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once had and once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. Feel your wings spanning the cosmic scale, twisting and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. Feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides, infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
Where are we? There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. just like it always has been, and just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward to 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you always have been, just as you always will be. The conflict is in your nature. The two of you will never be alone. The two of you will never know fear. You and she are profoundly calm. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Jonathan Sims, he is the voice in our head. Oh, fantastic. We have now beaten the game twice. Happy. We're gonna keep beating this game till we get every ending. So right now we have 34 out of 97 endings. We have a quarter of them completed. I think we're gonna call it here because it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. And we will do another playthrough of this next Thursday. Boy. Good night, dude. Good night, everyone. Come back next Thursday. We'll do another run of this game and find out what other crazy stuff that we can do with it. I've been told that we've only scratched the surface, and I'm glad to. Alright. Good night, everyone.